guess what your hometown is and what you love about it. Actually, I was born and raised in Clinton, Mississippi, and I moved to Miami to attend the University of Miami. But I call Miami home now. My favorite part of Miami is when you were crossing Biscayne Bay to go over to South Beach, and especially at night when downtown is lit up and downtown is behind you. The bridges that you're on are lit underneath. One is blue and one is purple. And when you see the lights and all the colored lights of Miami, you understand why it's called the Magic City. And that's my favorite part of Miami. What do you do to relieve stress? To relieve stress, I have a couple things I like to do. Sometimes I do arts and crafts. It's a little creative outlet and it gets my mind going and rejuvenated. I also like to play golf. The golf course is just serene, it's peaceful. You turn off your cell phone and you can escape everything for a while. But my favorite thing to do to relieve stress is baking. And I bake these amazing Sharpay chocolate chip cookies. And they're so good because when they come out of the oven, you take the backs of spoons and you squish them together. So the inside is nice and gooey and thick and the outside is nice and crispy. What is your most embarrassing moment? My most embarrassing moment was not too long ago. I had an incredible opportunity to meet Patrick Dempsey. And normally I'm very quick on my feet. I'm not starstruck. You know, I can handle myself in a situation like that. But for some unknown reason, when I'm standing in front of this gorgeous man, Jenna completely loses her composure. And I giggle like a schoolgirl, and my hands are clasped under my chin. I was like, can I please get a picture with you? And he's like, oh, sure. Very nice, extremely humble man. And Jenna, I realized how much more ridiculous I was when I saw how humble he was. So I have one side of me saying, oh my God, you're meeting McDreamy, and another side of me saying, Jenna, shape up. You know, he's just a regular person. And then the other part of me that realized how ridiculous I was being was that much more embarrassed. So every time I think about it, I'm just, oh, Jenna, couldn't you thought of something to say? So there, most embarrassing moment I ever did. The funniest thing I've ever done was at my sorority's recruitment skit. We chose a casino night theme, and we had some karaoke songs, and we played characters of some of the top Vegas performers, namely Elvis. Can you guess who was Elvis? That would be me. I had to sing Jailhouse Rock, except as Kappa Kappa Gamma, it was the Kappa Rock. And then I had to stay in full costume. I mean, wig and big, you know, Vegas collar up costume, and then try to recruit girls to be part of the sorority as Elvis. What expression do you exhibit the most? You know, it's interesting. The expression that I use the most is interesting because it can be used in a variety of ways. When I'm not really interested in what someone says, it's, oh, that's interesting. When I am really interested, oh, that's interesting. When I'm getting a really good scoop, oh, interesting. Then there's, you know, the little Dr. Evil, interesting, very, very interesting. And now it's a family joke. Now that we've realized how much I use it, every time my parents say that, we have to stop and giggle, like, ah, you said that. The animal that reminds me of myself is the chameleon, and that's because a chameleon adapts very easily to its surroundings. And after living in Mississippi and living in London for a few months and now in Miami, I have very easily adapted to my surroundings. And I think chameleons are cool. They have those little sticky feet, hang around and watch. They also observe, and I'm an observer as well.